So yeah, The Brave Little Toaster was like the animated movie. I think it was I don't know if it was Disney. I'm not sure if it was Disney.
No, I feel like it was like Paramount.
Yeah, it was probably Paramount.
That.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
I think it was Paramount.
And it was about all the different appliances that were coming to life, and it was cartoon, it was animated, and they were all looking for their master.
And it was
the blanket, there was the toaster.
The living hell out of me.
How did that movie scare you?
Because the vacuum, and it was just it was...
The vacuum had like two eyes.
The vacuum was a grumpy son of a bitch. He was like, listen here, toaster. He was kind of aggressive. It's the AC unit that you're thinking of from the house before they leave the house together.
Okay, yeah.
And he talks kind of like this, and he's like, you guys are never gonna get out. The master's never gonna come back. And he's drooling out his mouth. It's an AC wall unit, and he's like just freaking kids out. Yeah, guys.
It freaked me out.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. Well, guys, hey, They Call Us the Breeze, episode 37. Only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go.
Rolling.
What's your problem?
So much, man. So much. Might I eat edible? I'm not sure. Yeah, bro. Hey, guys, They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Every Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. So if you're only listening to the show, make sure you're watching the YouTube channel. You never know what you're going to get. Actually, we released a clip last week
We've been
on our YouTube channel. We released a clip last week of some behind-the-scenes footage when we do come back on live that you don't always get. So that's just a little teaser, a little enticer to make sure you're watching and subscribing to the YouTube channel, Tiger Cage Media.
We told the crowd that we're going to have some really sweet stuff for 2022 coming out.
Yeah, and I showed you guys a video.
Literally the tip of the iceberg, guys. Like, this is going to be a fun year. So
I know I've talked about it enough, but you know that mystery project seems to be coming along. I cut my first video of it today, and the boys liked it. So,
what'd you think, Dad? You watched a little bit of it.
Yeah,
I mean, I was laughing. I was very impressed. Absolutely, it was only 56 seconds long. After I was like, play it again.
I'll probably.
And then I laughed again. I saw something else, and then I could probably watch it 10 more times.
I was surprised I was able to barbecue.
I will probably post that to the YouTube page, Tiger Cage Media. I will probably post that this weekend. So by the time that you're listening to this out there on Monday, it should probably be up. So go check it out on our YouTube page. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. For every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 of you that aren't. We have a huge show for you tonight, right?
King size.
Which reminds me, how y'all sleeping? But tonight we're going Hollywood.
When the sun's down.
All right.
Yeah. In lieu of some new developments
since we
throughout
last
the weekend.
talked to you guys, the Oscars happened. We know that was a big story, but you know the Oscars in general brings up a lot of celebrity thoughts and thoughts on celebrity. So it's a celebrity packed show tonight. The Breeze Celebrity Edition. What do we mean by that? We have all sorts of different topics we're going to be talking about, but also we have a very special Breeze edition of Ask the Breeze, a celebrity edition of Ask the Breeze. We had some celebrities call in tonight and leave us some questions on the voicemail logs. So definitely make sure you check that out. We're going to do a tribute to John Candy. Did you know that? That's going to be Weird Celebrity Facts tonight. And then, of course, Guess That Business. Ryan's going to do something somewhat tied to Hollywood, I suppose. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, we're going to get into birthdays, celebrity birthdays, per usual. And, Florida man birthdays after that. We're not going to keep it all celebrity. Everyone's been doing that. Dad, you've seen it, right? Everyone keeps posting those damn memes. They do it every year around this time. Keep posting the memes. I've never participated in this challenge, but the challenge is you're supposed to Google your birthday along with Florida Man. And the article's going to change every year, obviously, because it's going to be the most recent one that comes up or the most hit
one. Have you heard about this, Dad?
Yeah. So I went ahead and took the liberty of finding out all of our top Florida Man birthdays. So we have those later on in the show. And it's going to be fun. But Dad, you went through some shit, no pun intended, today.
Oh,
just about something that helps out with shit.
Oh, water heater issue,
Yeah.
What happened?
Failed and leaked and under the wall and into our bedroom.
So was there a lot of spray or was it like...
Oh, no. It was just, it was running down the side of the water heater. When Mom noticed it, she goes, carpet feel wet? I go, yeah, as a matter of fact, it does. I looked in the laundry room and that pan that you set under your water heater was like full and overrunning. No. Which makes me think I got to check out that. I've since replaced the water heater so we could take showers and everything. but I've got to check out that line. You know, that line makes no sense to me. It looked clear from where I'm looking at, and it's like
The work
why
never
did
stops.
the water not go there? Oh, it was definitely failing. I mean, it was corroded on the side. You open the first panel, you know where all the wires are at and everything like that. Obviously, make sure you turn your power off.
That's right.
Your power source off and your water
Yeah.
source off.
Yeah, you're
to
literally
that
messing with
appliance.
something that is both water and electric.
You could touch
Unless
a
it's
wire
gas.
into this wall socket, and it probably will
Oh, yeah.
surprise you, but it ain't gonna hurt you.
Did
you
this
go
water
there, you
heater-
you touch power on one of those, it'll bounce you off the opposing wall that you're in the room. That
Was
you're
this
in.
water heater from the before
Yeah, it was here when we moved in.
when you guys moved in?
Yep. So it's probably
Quick round table, if I may. If you don't have one, that's fine. We'll move on. I'll go first. Most memorable time you were shocked by some good voltage in a house. I was in when we were remodeling the house, or after the flood, and we were redoing the walls and everything. There was an open light switch without the panel on it in our bedroom, me and Adam's bedroom.
Well, you don't
And my dumbass takes a piece of tinfoil and starts putting it like towards the wires. I was completely alone in the bedroom, but
You could have.
immediately I was swept out from underneath my feet, and I landed face first down, chest first down on the carpet on the bedroom floor. I looked around. It
You
felt like somebody
dumbass.
had pulled my ankles out from underneath me. Like I felt a force pull my ankles out from underneath
buddy.
me. And I fucking hit the goddamn floor, and I looked around. I was like, "Wait, I'm alone in here." So yeah, man, that was
Yeah,
called,
watch out, buddy.
that was probably about
That
fifth
force
grade,
is
probably about
called
fifth or sixth grade.
Yeah,
Duke Energy
that
120 volts.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. Memorable story of getting shocked good.
Well, I mean, other than 110, you know, like what you just described, I've been shocked at several times. You know, I've never 220. I don't want to deal with.
You ever fly back or anything happen?
No.
Yeah.
And then
I don't think he's sticking foil in light sockets.
No. And then I did test when I was growing up. You know, I guess I was in 7th and 8th grade. It was for right before we moved to Tennessee or something. Well, it's probably when like around the time I met Teresa or whatever for the first time. So it would have been middle school. Yeah.
Right
And
on.
we had horses, and they come out there. But I used to take a piece of grass, which, you know, tall bladed grass that you would think that would be in a hayfield,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
wheat or something. And I would
I
just
already
like
know where
say,
this is going.
if I can touch that is that green enough? If I pull it out of the ground and touch it on the
That is not going to
electric
burn.
fence
Yeah.
to see if it'll shock me. And electric fences are pulsating, bzz,
Yeah. So it's just a quick one. Yeah. Just
so you can let go after that first bzz. Yeah, it ain't like one.
Got
What
your
is
ass.
with you morons?
However,
nothing from you.
No, I've
However-
never.
All right. Good.
However,
but you know what?
if you remember Paul's house and Tim's house
Right.
next door,
Yep. Mhm.
and that very back room before you
Yep,
went out,
exactly. Garage convert.
when it was smaller, and Tim had it as a utility room,
Right.
and he was messing with the 220 for his dryer, it threw him up against.
He
the
wasn't a
wall.
big guy either. He's probably about 5'8", 5'7", maybe.
5'8", yeah, but stout. I mean,
Yeah.
he was a painter.
I
He
don't-
said it blew him off his feet and bounced him off the opposite wall.
Sometimes that shit happens, man.
I'll have to end it on this, okay? I don't think if I had like a shock like that, but can we just go ahead and talk about static shocks compounding in life? I mean, there's a lot of static
I haven't
shocks.
been static shocked in forever, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Forever. Oh,
You
it's
don't
been
throw.
forever.
You forget to throw a little dryer sheets in there,
No,
and then
like,
you just
I
get static
use
shock. And
dryer
you go around
sheets.
there, and anything you touch, I don't even want to leave my house because it's like if I go to my car, I get static shocked. You know what I mean? It's like I live in
use
fear
dryer
of static
sheets.
shock.
I go to the car. I pump my gas. I do all that. I haven't been static shocked since I was a little kid. I don't
Oh,
think,
yeah.
like
Well,
rolling
watch
around.
out.
Balloons and everything.
Like rolling around on the carpet,
Yeah.
playing
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
carpet all the time back when we were little. You know, but I haven't been static shocked in a while.
Well,
No.
a lot of those compounded together will be a
I'll
pretty gnarly.
tell you
shock.
where I get static shock more than anything. For some reason, getting in and out, depending on what I'm wearing or what shoes I'm wearing, getting in and out of the truck when I go to shut.
That's
the
what
door.
Ryan was saying. See, yeah, that doesn't
yeah.
happen to me at all. Well,
guess-
guys, a celebrity edition
Apparently I
of
wasn't paying attention. but-
Celebrity edition of They Call Us the Breeze today. You know, I'm going to start things off. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but we are very, very sad this week. I caught the word, I think, Friday night while I was at work still. That
you came up to me.
Yeah. I
he
came into the
up
bag.
to me and he's like, "Hey, Taylor."
I was probably white-faced. I don't know what my face probably looked like, but I was probably wide-eyed, and I just found out that Taylor Hawkins, the beloved drummer for the Foo Fighters, had passed. And I don't want to get too far into it because big fan of his, and I've been, loving him, since he joined the Foo. Loving him before that when me and Mom saw him play at the Jagged Little Pill tour from Alanis Morissette back in when I was in 5th grade, so it would have been about 96. Taylor was beloved. He was an amazing dude. He was super funny, and he's super talented. And, like, every time I would get behind the drum kit, like, that's kind of what I was going for. And he's going to be sorely missed. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
And
sure.
our biggest condolences go out to the Foo Fighters family and the Hawkins family. He is remembered by his wife and 3 daughters. So
yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, he really.
I don't want to be on a down note, but I definitely want to.
You got to.
I want to give
respects,
flowers
man.
where flowers are due, and he was a big part of my life. So love you, Taylor. Love you, Tay-Tay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said. Going to keep it nice and light tonight. We got celebrities. Did you hear the new news about Bruce Willis? You heard that?
I did.
He's
retiring.
He has a disease.
So what is this?
I was reading about it this morning, but
So,
is this
I'm trying to think of the last movie he was in. Even
Probably maybe be one of those last diehards.
he said
for real.
He is one of the most constantly working actors.
Wes Anderson, maybe. I mean, he was in Moonrise Kingdom.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You know
I remember
what I mean?
him watching him in that.
That was
yeah.
after probably his Die Hard.
Yeah, that was probably
like
9 years ago, something like that.
No, that was probably 2018. Yeah,
Okay.
2018. Yeah, so maybe Moonrise Kingdom. I don't know.
No, that wasn't 2018. That was way before. That was before I moved to Tennessee.
Was it?
Yep.
Dang.
So I would say about 8-9 years ago. But yeah, so that's interesting. So he's retiring from acting, which I can understand that because the disease, I guess that he's afflicted with. What's it called? It starts with the letter A. Aphasia, something.
I don't recall, but it wasn't a very long word. It was just like
We're big journalists over here at the at the
obviously.
Tiger
We do a
Cat.
lot of in-depth
We do a lot of research.
But no,
around the medical
but I guess so. Like it affects
he might get his words backwards.
Yeah.
He might not be
Terrible
able to
for acting.
He will not be able to
pronounce
read.
them correctly.
Yeah,
he might not group them together where they belong together correctly.
So running lines
So
is basically.
It said it's a brain thing.
Maybe
Yeah.
dementia, like they were saying on Fox 13. They're like, it may be dementia, it may be a stem of something, but it's longevity. It's going to be with him, is what they're saying.
Yeah, it's gonna, and they said you could get it from a degenerative disease and or
hereditary.
yeah, pretty much. And
Where's he actually? Was he from
and
Michigan?
or hitting your head on something, but I don't think he's ever played football and got a concussion. So
Where's he from?
I don't
I don't know.
His
I
mom.
want to say he's like from Michigan or something.
Well, I wonder what
don't
he.
know.
I mean, I
Look it
wonder. I mean, he's obviously got enough money to just not act anymore, But
Yeah,
I'm
he's the
wondering if
hardest working
he.
guy in Hollywood, they say.
I wonder if he'll do something different that doesn't require him, to deliver lines.
Well, then that does it, right?
But I feel like he's always been kind of out of the limelight. To say the least,
Well,
right?
he's-
I mean,
yeah,
he's
I
like
mean,
in the
no,
tabloids, but not really. I mean, he kind of like keeps to
You
himself.
don't,
Anyways,
you don't see him
right?
all the time.
Yeah. No.
We got a jam-packed show tonight. One thing I do want to get to before we go and take our first break, I'm not going to get too much into the Will Smith, Chris Rock
What are you
slap.
talking? Wait, what are you talking about?
So at the Oscars, right, we all know about this because by the time we're listening to this on Monday, it'll have been about a week since it happened. We're not going to talk too much about that because we all have our own opinions on that. Should he have gotten up and slapped Chris Rock across his fucking face?
No.
Yes, if it was out in the street,
Yes.
like outside of a bar, maybe like walk
Maybe.
outside, take it outside for a second, have some words, throw some hands, then walk back in. But getting up and doing that in that forum, I don't think a lot of people agree with at all.
See, I was talking mom and dad, and mom was like, "What are your thoughts on it?" I go, "Well, back in the day, let's talk about early like 20s, early 1900s. If someone were to disrespect your wife in public, you would absolutely slap the shit up out of them. Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. And
I'm
then
not
people
saying-
would
yeah.
like be like, okay, that's totally fine.
But I think in
that
context,
shouldn't even be a problem because people should not be even bringing up people's wives in that kind of manner. So
I agree.
now you fast forward and now everyone gets a little butthurt because now someone got slapped in their face and it's like,
well,
but you're standing up for your kin.
I think you wait till
So-
after the show and you go, all right, I'll catch him after the show and we'll figure it
Why?
out.
Because you have to make sure the producers get their money because the Oscars get their money or whatever. Look, time. It's instinct versus timing. You're not gonna wait till audience pause pee break to slap the shit up out of
Go
them.
to a commercial break.
Instinct is you're gonna get up and slap the shit up out of him, and
Yeah.
he did that. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, hey, yeah.
Some people say.
I heard he was trying to be removed from the auditorium and he wouldn't go.
That's
And,
what I heard. He
was
got asked to
arguing.
leave.
Yeah.
Oh, who, Will Smith?
Well, that's not the first time that a celebrity has slapped another celebrity or hit another celebrity. And I did some fact digging, and I found some good ones of people getting into altercations on set or otherwise. All of these were brand new to me. I've never heard of them before. But Steven Seagal was a little bit.
hit somebody?
He was a little bit rough with John Leguizamo on Executive Decision, I guess. In 1996, the movie Executive Decision, Leguizamo, he talks about, and this is a quote from him. He says as soon as he comes on set for rehearsal, he says this of Steven Seagal. He says he told everyone, "I'm in command. What I say is law." And he's like, so I started fucking laughing. And I'm like, who the fuck says that? Who the fuck says that shit? And he's like, who comes into rehearsal and says that shit?
Oh, Steven Seagal was saying this to himself.
No, to the people in the
whole
rehearsal
set.
room. And he's like, I'm the boss. I'm whatever. And John Leguizamo can't help but start like just fucking laughing right there in the room. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, and he said he slammed an elbow against him and slammed him against the wall.
John was.
Because he knows like Aikido and like Taekwondo and all this shit. So I guess it was some sort of Aikido move where he slams this motherfucker against the brick wall with his elbow, knocks the wind out of him, completely knocks the wind out of him. And he's like, I just dropped to the ground and all I could say was, why? Why? Like, you fucking meathead.
Dude, look, Steven Seagal, man.
Well,
Oh
you
my
know, when
goodness.
he was a child, he lived in a monastery with monks.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
He did. And
Oh, I'm
that's
sure. Yes,
that's where he
he's such a
started learning
badass.
all-
That's why he has all that cool hair and everything. Well, I guess Leguizamo kind of got his revenge, sort of coldly, but he's like, yeah, there was a scene where he's supposed to die in the movie, and he's like, I wasn't even supposed to be on set that day, but I made sure I showed up just to watch him die. I was like, all right, that was pretty cool. How about Sly Stallone versus Richard Gere on a movie called The Lords of Flatbush, whatever the hell that is? I've never even heard of that one. I guess it was made in 1974, well before like they were in Rocky and all sorts of stuff like that. But Sylvester Stallone.
What was the name of the movie?
It's called The Lords of Flatbush, and it's from '74. And Stallone says he was eating a hot dog in a car. Literally, this is before they were huge actors. Eating a hot dog in a car, and Richard Gere gets in, and he's eating some greasy fried chicken. And he's like, yo, bro, if you fucking drip that chicken grease all over my car, like, and he was sitting so close to me, he's like, you're going to drip that shit on me. And he's like, no, I'm not, dude. Don't worry about it. And he's like, dude. And he proceeds to bite into the chicken, and a small little greasy river plus mustard comes falling out and lands on Sly's thigh on his fucking pants. I mean, can you just imagine Sly and Richard Gere sitting, like Richard Gere just hops in this fucking shotgun with Sly while he's eating a hot dog. He's like,
What are you
"Hey,
doing?"
man, come on, like, he's like, get the
You
fuck
can
out of here.
yeah, exactly. Stop the cars. I'll get out for you.
Like,
So
first
Sly-
off, dude, don't be getting in my car with that fucking shit. And
Yeah.
then also, I'm warning you. And
No, I
then
mean,
it
Sly was
absolutely
eating a hot
got
dog.
a snarled face, the way
Sly
it
was
in
eating a
Rocky.
hot dog, so I mean that could be messy in and of itself. But he says,
Not with that mouth.
Sly
He
said
would
he
be-
elbowed him in the side of the head and basically pushed him out of the car. And then Richard Gere was soon replaced by Perry King in that film. he got ousted.
He went he went to the producers.
So you seen the movie Any Given Sunday, the football movie? Al Pacino
Pacino.
plays the coach. It's directed by Oliver Stone.
I don't think so.
It's got LL Cool J, Jamie Foxx, bunch of different
No,
cast.
no.
Yeah, well, apparently it's from 1999. Any Given Sunday. I remember watching it once. I'm not that familiar with it, but LL Cool J, which is a rapper, and then Jamie Foxx, he's an actor. He did Ray Charles in that movie. Well, they were filming this back in 1999. and there was a scene where they were on the sidelines and supposed to be getting all heated at each other, and I guess it just kind of went a little further than that. And Coach
Al Pacino, his lawyer self.
Al Pacino's the coach, and he's like in the scene too. And the argument kind of like got a little out of control.
What the fuck?
And Jamie Foxx slapped LL Cool J literally across the face. So there's your. I mean, there's another slap.
There's
right
another
there.
snap.
And you know, we all know LL ain't gonna take. Have you ever seen LL Cool J, Dad? He's bigger than Jamie Foxx. This motherfucker's built like a fucking Ninja
he used
Turtle.
to be a
build.
rapper.
He's stocky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And he could probably throw some.
Well, I
fucking
could just
hands.
see, Al Pacino in his
So
Manhattan accent.
The cinematographer
role.
Right, exactly.
Being a football coach.
Yeah. Cinematographer on set says LL threw a massive fucking punch that hits Jamie in the face. Jamie goes back and hits the push bar, and the techno crane goes swinging around, which is, what you put the camera on and all that good stuff. And they thought he almost snapped his neck. They get up, start going at it, and the director, Oliver Stone, looks at another cast member who's like, good size. I don't remember exactly which guy it was, but he's about 6'5", built, and he's like, fucking do something. He's like, oh, fuck. All right. And he just goes and tackles LL Cool J. So, yeah, Oliver Stone literally had to be like, yo, go get one of them. You're a big motherfucker. Go get one of them. And he just tackles LL.
If we bump this camera, I swear to God, if we bump this camera.
Before we go, guys, before we go to break, last one we have time for, Chevy Chase and Bill Murray.
I've heard about this one.
In backstage at Saturday Night Live.
They got into it.
Yeah.
In the very beginning?
No, yeah. This was back in like 78.
Chevy Chase was there first.
Well, Murray was pissed at Chevy for fucking leaving the show. And just leaving the show and doing, his own thing. And he came back to host the show in 78. And Ryan, if you remember any of this, feel free to chime in. But the director said it was this big-ass altercation. He said they were really going at it. He just went up and found Chevy Chase and punched him in the face.
Yeah, that was it. Basically, that's what I heard. It was like they were backstage, and it was when he was on his way out. And
now, I thought all these guys got along.
Yeah, Bill Murray was like very, very kind of sour about the fact that Chevy Chase was kind of the lead man, and like Bill Murray was kind of whatever.
Well, they did Caddyshack 2 years later.
Right,
together.
And they were still they've really kind of been at each other a little bit, but they ended up in the green room that night. They ended up getting into a big ass fight and like a brawl. Absolutely.
I can just imagine. I mean,
but they were saying there are mounds of cocaine everywhere. It was just everywhere. Everyone was just crazy as hell. It was just SNL. Everyone was on high alert, and they just fucking probably looked at each other, made one little remark, and they just perfectly went at each other, and that was like, pull them off. And
you gotta wonder, how did that break up? Was it basically physically broken up and one of them left, or with so many brilliant comedians in the room, did somebody do something that kind of got everybody to chill the fuck out, and those two to just be like,
it was probably like, again, it was
wipe
like
off their hands, shake
or
hands.
It was probably Belushi that probably got him to get
Gilda Radner. I mean, this was 78, so this was 2 years before Caddyshack. So yeah, I mean,
but I bet Chevy Chase would have got the better of the bout. Yeah. Over Bill Murray. Yeah, Chevy Chase. He was a big.
Bill probably got one
guy.
good punch.
Was it Bill Murray or John
Bill
Belushi?
punched Chevy. No, yeah.
Oh, it was Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill punched Chevy in the face when he was guest hosting in 78 at Saturday Night Live. Well, guys,
Bill Murray doesn't look like he would.
Yeah, but he looks like he looks like he has no fear. That's for damn sure. Guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze, episode 37. We're gonna take a quick break. Got to throw some darts. We'll be right back with celebrity birthdays. So don't go anywhere. Ryan, what do you say, bud?
Oh, see you next segment.
All right, Ryan. Dad, what do you say?
We will see you soon.
All right, guys.
Please come back. Tell all your friends.
That's right. Don't go
Tune
anywhere.
back in. We got 3 more segments.
All right. Bye-bye. Can I go?
You can go.
Can I go? Ready?
Go.
All right. Shit. Just kicking it in the USA. I got some real tricks up my sleeve. I'm finna roll some chibas, then I'm finna leave. Oh, shit.
Oh, dang, tasty waves.
Tasty waves,
Surf it
guys.
in, baby.
Hey, guys, it's They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the motherfucking tiger cage. every Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for tuning in with us. Thanks for holding on. This is a celebrity edition of The Breeze. We got all sorts of celebrity shit going on. If you're just tuning in now, live on YouTube, make sure you go back when the show comes out on Monday. We had some celebrity altercations. We talked about a few people beating the shit out of some other celebrities. It's not just Will Smith and Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you tune back for that.
It just wasn't last week,
Yeah,
guys.
people's have issues.
There's been
they
some
need to go
issues.
see Charlie Sheen.
That's right. Or Dr. Phil.
Those last guys
Call
got
your
issues, they need
wife.
to go see
Call
Charlie
your
Sheen.
wife a bitch.
No,
You know
Charlie
what?
Sheen. Charlie Sheen's
to kind of
psychiatrist.
I don't mean to jump back. I don't jump back on like
Jump back.
old segments, but Taylor Hawkins kind of got overshadowed by this slap. You know what I mean?
No.
And that is how quick we are to forget about important things in this nation.
All right,
Anyways,
well,
let's go.
Well said.
And
Easy
then Bruce,
for you to say.
And then Bruce. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Guys,
where-
well, hey, they call us The Breeze. Make sure you're going to Facebook and liking the page. They call us The Breeze at Facebook. And make sure you're liking our sister
here in the
podcast.
Tiger Cage
Make sure
in
you're liking
sunny Florida.
Make sure you're liking our sister podcast, Is This Football?
Is it?
Which is
Is This
every
Football?
Tuesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well, live from the Tiger Cage. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel, YouTube, Tiger Cage Media. Thank you guys so much for tuning. We got a lot of show coming up for you, but it is segment number 2. Dad is only down 1 point. We're 2 points away from the big 100. What do you guys say? You want to play? Is it time for some celebrity birthdays? Can we
play.
fucking
I
go?
wanna
Are you
play.
kidding? Just fucking
Yeah,
kick
I'm
it.
right. I
One
want to
time.
beat.
Fucking kick it for me one fucking time. Let's fucking go.
That's right. I'm gonna beat you like Stallone beat Gear.
Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
Wait a minute, there's no birthday party for you here.
That is right, guys. It is time for celebrity birthdays once again. And like I said, Ryan is 2 points down from the big 100 mark, and Dad is only 1 point down below him. So we got a lot of really good celebrity birthdays for you tonight. I mean, honestly, it wasn't slim pickings as usual. I think we got some good ones. So Ryan is already averting his eyes.
Well,
I like that.
I was thinking of what was the bet. I mean, that whoever wins.
We're supposed to be a
100
Chick-fil-A
first.
tray, but we're getting
Oh,
chicken
yeah,
tonight.
yeah,
so,
yeah,
But we are getting some really good chicken.
Yeah,
so
same,
that
same more in the same.
It's a new test. It's
All
a
right,
new
guys,
test.
here we go. First birthday up for you tonight. Ryan's averting his eyes. We have Mr. Ewan McGregor. All right, so Dad, Ewan McGregor has played in several of the Star Wars films, the newer runs, especially the ones that came out in the early 2000s. He's a British actor. He was in Trainspotting back in the mid-90s.
Is he bald?
No, he's
British.
He's British. He's also played, maybe in a couple of rom-coms. I'm not sure. He was in the Moulin Rouge.
Big Fish.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Star Trek guy, right?
Big Fish. This guy is definitely just, a normal British actor.
When was he born?
I can't tell you that.
I was like,
But
well,
would you like Ryan to go first on this?
I can go first.
Ryan can go first this
'Cause
time.
I have no clue. I don't
All
know
right.
who he is.
I'm gonna say
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. He's. I'm gonna say he's.
Is he Connor?
You say he's maybe 54.
54.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. Ewan McGregor. What do you think?
Let's go 55 because I have no clue.
Ryan is gonna get it. He is 51 today.
He deserves it because I have
Ewan
no idea.
McGregor, 51.
He was right in the range.
All right.
guess,
Well, good
good
job.
guess.
Yeah, exactly, man. All right. Next birthday we have up for you. I think we'll have a little bit easier time with this one. The very, very talented, one of our biggest heroes, I think. He might come up a little bit later in the show, if you know what I'm talking about. Mr. Christopher Walken.
Oh,
He looks old, kind of.
Definitely
I'd
looks
say
old.
He's probably 65 or 64. 64, let's say 64. Well, wait a minute. I'm 61. He's got to be my age.
All right, about your age, about 64. You're going to go with 64?
Let's go with 62.
62. All
That's
right,
my
Ryan,
final
what do you
I'm gonna
think?
say he's older than you are, Dad. I'm gonna say he's like 70.
He is actually 79. Ryan gets
Woo!
the point.
So I started off.
I was
I
right.
like
He's old.
that. Now I'm 3
He's
down.
old.
Happy
old
birthday,
man.
Chris Walken.
So I'm at 100. Did
Ryan's
I just
at
hit
100.
Whoa, he wins. He wins lunch.
All right, good job,
dinner
buddy.
next
Wow.
week.
No ceilings dropped.
Yeah,
the
where's the
balloons?
thing
I
from
forgot
like
to rig
American
up the
Idol,
confetti.
You know,
What do we have, guys? Oh
All
my
right.
gosh, this
America's
is crazy.
Got Talent. Where's all
You know,
the,
I've been
glitter?
building up to 100 for about 50 weeks now.
Okay, well, all right, guys.
Did you pull on that rope? That
Yep,
should release
very,
all the glitter.
Very proud of you, buddy. Very proud of you. Big 100. All right,
one?
next birthday
Yeah,
coming
that
along.
one.
Nope, don't do that. All right.
That's not.
That. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
not the
Okay.
one.
All right. You fucking idiot. All right, next birthday we have up for you. Very special happy birthday. Avert your eyes, you pervert.
I'm TNT. Oi. Oi.
Angus Young, guitar player from AC/DC. Happy birthday, my man.
Oof. Has he played with them since he first started?
Oh, yeah. He's the little guy that
So
dresses in the
he's like-
schoolboy uniform.
I have no
and
idea.
dances.
I don't like
Ryan's up
AC/DC.
first, so.
No, all right. He's like, I think he's gonna be like 75, man.
75?
Yeah,
Damn,
I'll
what do you
say 74 because he's got to be up there because they were around. They've been around forever. And you
AC/DC?
usually don't.
As
get-
long as Walken's
you
been
usually
around,
don't
anyway.
make it till you're 28, 30.
Yeah,
in that
Ryan.
business.
Ryan says 75. Dad says 74. Dad is gonna get it. He is actually younger. Angus Young is younger. He is younger than that. He is 67. So happy birthday, Angus.
Man. Okay.
But he's
Well,
still
he's up
fucking. They're
Rocking
still doing
and
it.
rolling.
They're still rocking and rolling, man.
6 years older than I am.
Yeah.
not too
All
bad.
right.
Wait,
Celebrity
what-
birthdays
Jeez,
rolling
how
right
young
along.
was he when they like formed AC/DC?
I'm sure he was in like
Probably 20
18,
late
19.
20s.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
you
they were
think?
they were young. I'm sure he was
Well,
young.
not all of them.
He's been young forever since he
Well,
was
I know,
born.
but not everybody starts.
Get it, Angus Young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not everybody
All right,
gets
guys,
a
next-
label when they're 19 years old.
Next birthday. Here we go. All right. Very funny lady. She was on Cheers for all the seasons. She is married to Danny DeVito. Just a funny lady. Rhea Perlman. Rhea Perlman.
Was she the first one with Sam?
No, she's been.
Oh, behind the bar with Woody.
No, she was the waitress. She
Yeah,
was one of the waitresses.
Behind the bar with Woody. Yeah.
No, she wasn't behind the bar. She was a waitress.
With the black hair.
However you
She was a
remember it.
waitress. She was a waitress.
Hey.
She did all the table service.
It's like
In the show.
vocabulary, however you remember it. I guess.
Oh, okay. Well,
But you're
yeah, but
you
I
know
know
who
who
you're
you go
she
first.
is. I know who she is, and God, she was probably. I wonder when they went off the air last 20 years ago.
I
Because
can't
she was probably
tell you that.
by those episodes in her lower 50s or right at.
What's your
I'm going to
guess,
guess she's got to be at least 78 years old.
78. Ryan, what do you say?
I'd say the north side.
What might go with?
78.
Mike went with 78.
She
I'm gonna
might
go
be a-
77
Ryan's gonna get it. She is 74.
because I knew I didn't even know who she was.
Very happy birthday.
Oh,
to
there
you.
she
Very
is.
happy
Yeah.
birthday to you.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Ryan, avert
That was
your
a funny
eyes.
show.
Last birthday we have for you guys tonight. Mama Partridge herself, Miss Shirley Jones.
Shit.
All right,
They
Mama
came out
Partridge.
when I was a
herself.
kid in the
I
60s.
even freaking know that.
All
That was
right.
even before.
Ryan, I'll give you a hint. She once gave Charlie Chaplin a hand job.
Oh,
Was he silent? Not when
after
I got done with him. You really are a dirty old whore. She plays one of Grandma's
see,
friends in
you're my-
I hope
Grandma's
you don't
Boy.
put that out there. That's pretty bad.
3,000.
She plays Grandma's friend in Grandma's Boy, the Adam Sandler movie.
She's probably 80 years old. I'm gonna say she's
let's
81
see.
years old.
She had to be
81. Lock it in.
Ryan
She
goes
had to be
81.
around 30 when I was watching. I had to be in my
Partridge Family.
Yeah, I know exactly. So that was in the 60s and early 70s, and now we're like
I would love to see like those
All
essay
right, Ryan goes
questions.
81. What are you doing, Mike?
84.
Dad is gonna get it. She is 88 today.
Holy smokes!
Happy birthday, Mama Partridge. Sorry for the vulgar language, but you did it. You were the one who did Grandma's Boy, and you said the line, so I can't be
David
held
Cassidy
responsible.
passed away.
Yeah, no, that's wild. That's what she looks like. Damn, when was Grandma? When did that come out? 2004 or something? Like 5?
I'm off that screen already, bud. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure, man. Shirley Jones. Well, guys, good job tonight.
Is what's his name still alive?
Don't know. There's a
Danny
lot of guys.
Elfman.
No, her first husband or whatever, Jack Jones. That was his name, right?
You're
He's
asking the
probably-
wrong.
He was probably quite a bit older.
You're asking the wrong radio host, my friend. You're asking the wrong radio host. Well, guys, they call us the Breeze.
I'm sorry. That was for Ryan Seacrest.
That was celebrity birthdays. And, speaking of birthdays, it's come back around again on Facebook. It always does. It always does. We all see it. We see it every year.
Those are compact car
I've never
spaces.
actually done this one before, but they throw the thing up and they go, type in Florida man and then your birthday and see what the recent headline is. And, of course, this changes every single year because every single year the newest headline is something different depending on your birthday. So I took the liberty of looking up the Florida man birthdays for all three of us tonight, and I figured we'd get off the celebrity track just for a brief minute and talk about it. And I'm going to say they're very, very different as far as, like, one is, like, not so bad. They're very Goldilocks and Three Bears. There's one that's not so bad. There's one that's, like, just kind of right, and then there's one that's fucking terrible.
So he was telling me about this at work, and he was like, they're bad. And I don't know what his description, his verbiage of bad means.
I'm going to go what I think.
So I'm intrigued to
what I
still
think
hear
is
what it sounds like.
What today?
Yeah, he says bad.
So
I don't know what bad
all right, so when I
means.
typed in Florida man and then your birthday, Mike.
11/22/60.
Yep. No, I just typed in 11/22 because it changes every year with the most recent Florida man story that happened on your birthday. And I typed in Florida man 11/22, and yours not so bad. Yours was pretty mild.
So this is history of things that happened on this date.
This was Florida man most recent story on the news of a Florida man that happened on your birthday this past year. And Florida man spit food into woman's mouth during a road rage incident. That was yours. That was yours.
There we go.
So
Okay.
obviously not sometime, but on November 22nd of this past year, there was a Florida man who was probably eating his Wendy's chicken sandwich like I do while I'm driving down the road trying to get to work.
By the way, hey, your floorboard looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because I put all the trash in the back. Yeah. So
you're fooling.
Yeah.
You're just.
But yeah,
you're
so this
just
guy was probably
tomfoolery
eating a
over
chicken
here.
sandwich. Probably eating a chicken sandwich, and gets in a rage of 1,000 men. And he's in traffic, and he gets out, and he's arguing with this woman, and she's got her window down, and he just spits food, and it lands directly in her mouth. Now, spit is one thing, man. Spit is one thing.
Well, maybe he was trying to feed her like how birds do.
Like baby birds.
I have a story.
That's a nice.
He was trying to
I have
chew
a
it up
story.
for her
I
because
can
maybe
relate.
This happened in Largo, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
So
I'm sure that's what it is.
She rolled down her window just to apologize, and then, like I said, the food he was chewing flew out of his mouth and into her mouth.
I have a story. I can absolutely 100% relate
Ew.
to this scenario.
How?
And I was one of the persons in that story. Guess which one?
The person
The
that got the
receiver?
food in the mouth?
Yes.
Gross.
Shore Acres Elementary.
You're fucking kidding me?
I was in the cafeteria.
Bunch of
And
little
I'm
demons.
right by those tables, because it's lunchroom. I'm not even joking. I've told this to a few
Was
people.
somebody just like talking and it flew out
Yeah.
accidentally?
Yeah, I guess he's going to tell us, yeah.
And this kid pokes me on the back, and I turn around, and he just starts to talk to me. And as he's talking to me, he's chewing his food. And I'm like sitting there, and my mouth's open, and he's like, I swear,
Hey, Ryan, what's up,
a
Ryan?
piece flew across in his mouth into my mouth, and I just like sat there.
What was he eating?
Well, can I go a step further? He was of a different.
Spaghetti.
I was so young, and I don't know if they're going to cancel us off after this one.
All right, I already know where he's going with it. He was of a different ethnicity.
So I thought I was going to turn into that ethnicity. I thought that's
Oh my
what would
God.
happen, dude. I was like literally in like
Asian.
yeah, I had no idea. So I was like, well, what am I
So
gonna
the kid was eating sushi.
because I was like, it's genetically with that. Yeah. So now I know how to do. It was Asia, and now I know how to do what. No.
Big tell from Ryan over here in the Tiger Cage tonight. Yeah, he used to think that if an Asian person spit in your mouth, you would turn
Turn
Asian.
into an Asian.
Well, hey, it turns out my SAT scores were low and my ACT scores were low, so there's no proof to that pudding.
Wow, you just had to prod that a little harder, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was
So that's
Dad's.
why you were always wanting Benihana pack for your lunch.
Exactly. That was Dad's birthday. You know what I mean? That was Ryan. What do you think yours was? Pretty dumb, but kind of recognizable in a sense where Reno goes to Miami. Reno 911 goes.
El Departamento
Yeah, so a
de
Florida
Sheriff.
man on Ryan's birthday, November 6th of last year, El Departamento de Sheriff, this dumbass dude jumps into a crocodile pit wearing Crocs. And of course, gets bitten, and some non-life threatening injuries.
Deep scratches.
Feet and legs were kind of mauled up a little bit, but yeah, in St. Augustine, Florida, this dumbass decided to go diving into a crocodile pit at a crocodile farm, and the security cameras caught him like kind of prowling. He was like low to the ground and sneaking across the yard. He must have been an inside job because he knew there was cameras, and he's kind of trying to like sneak up on the gator. And they review the footage, and they find in the pit there's a Croc-style shoe, one Croc-style shoe. So the dude must have associated the fact that if you're wearing Crocs,
You're like one of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
I would think.
that's not all he did. He must have been fucking wasted because they said he did about $5,000 in damage to like some statues and some different things. You know, apparently it was some sort of an attraction, so they had some other shit kind of around, and the dude just broke a bunch of shit and jumped into the croc pit, lost a croc, got his foot bit, his leg bit.
I would suggest to that man, when you're crawling across that ground, you know, doing the army crawl on your belly.
Exactly what he
trying
was
to
doing.
avoid the cameras. Do not chew into the mushrooms that you pass in the yard.
Oh, we got
Was this like a?
we got
like
a good story
Congo,
about mushrooms later.
Was this like a Congo River kind of like
No,
thing?
it said it was a gator farm, so
Okay,
it's probably some sort of attraction.
Very
you know what? You know, at
ballsy.
St. Augustine, it's kind of somewhere in the middle, right, or north middle, and it's probably kind of close to the Disney destinations. There's probably an alligator farm out there that they can try to get travelers to pull over with the big billboards and shit, and that's the kind of place this was.
Hey, don't mention.
They probably do like an
alligators.
alligator wrestling, whatever. But yeah, that was Ryan's Florida Man birthday.
Probably watching a show with what's his name from
Man, nothing
Australia.
really happened. Man, jeez.
Mine's pretty fucking terrible. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time.
What was the guy from Australia?
Steve Irwin?
Yeah, he probably was watching an episode. I want to go crawl in that pit. Bit off a couple
danger.
caps.
As long as I'm wearing
Danger.
Crocs, I'll probably be okay.
Yeah. I'll bite off a couple of the caps off of these.
That was
stems in
Steve
the
Irwin's
grass.
only mistake. He didn't have his Crocs on.
That's it. That's it.
All right. Well, mine not great, but we're gonna do it anyway. Florida man exposes himself to cheerleaders handing out candy canes at middle school. Deputies say, "Yeah, that was mine." And like I said, we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it, but I'm just saying.
I believe like you have a lot of Christmas probably themed Florida mans.
Well, I mean, obviously it's December 19th.
December 19th.
So,
is your
you're either
birthday.
going to get, I mean, my name was supposed to be Jeremiah until a male stripper in Dayton, Ohio or somewhere in the neighboring area killed himself. So that's how I became Jeremy instead of Jeremiah, from what I'm told. Yeah.
Is this real? Are these facts?
Well, I said Jerry, and she goes no. And
Are
I
these
go, why?
facts?
There's already a Jerry Brejack. I was like,
It's true.
all right, well, you've already shot down my first choice, Pete Rose. And
We all know about that. We all know about that.
She shot down all the.
so she goes, we'll name him. How about maybe she did say Jeremiah first or whatever, but that was like
That's a story that I heard.
yeah. And I
You
said,
know what though?
So we went with Jeremy, and I was like, okay, we'll do Jeremy. And then Adam came along. I'm going to name him Adam. I was like, there's an Adam Breachak. It's Grandpa's brother. You said we couldn't name him Adam.
Probably didn't know that one.
She did, but she just...
All right. Well,
she's
guys,
going to win.
They call us the breeze. That was
None
our
of you
birthdays.
guys are named Pete Rose, right?
Yep.
So she won 3 out of 3.
No.
That was our Florida Man birthdays. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It
Man,
was fun
we
looking
need
those
something
up.
more interesting out there. So
Yeah, exactly.
I got a
we're
grandson
gonna have something
that,
going November
that's
6th,
getting into
for
music
sure.
that we try to teach, James, up in Jacksonville.
What are we doing?
yeah, what are you doing?
Well, you know, whenever he comes home, you guys always play. You just talking about what's going on and stuff like that, or whatever.
Oh no, we were just saying we were just wrapped up the Florida Man birthdays segment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought Dad's was probably the mildest, and mine was too hot for TV. Yeah. But, we got a big show still coming up for you. We still have a whole half of a show left over for you. We're doing, like I said, Celebrity Week here on The Breeze. Ryan has a Guess That Business. It's going to be somewhat Hollywood a little bit.
We'll see.
Maybe we'll see. We have a little bit of a tribute to John Candy. I'm going to talk about some stories from
I have a question.
Famous people and people that were close to him. And, of course, the Ask Your Breeze segment tonight. Like I said, we have some celebrities that dropped into our DMs. Yeah. And then did you know that? That's going to be some weird celebrity facts. I mean, we're talking the kind of weird where like Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton have like blood vials of each other around the neck, like just weird things that we didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
digging it.
It's not part of my segment.
We should
also
do some
not
blood vials for our show.
That's not true. Right?
We should get blood vials.
Yeah, that is true.
Do you want one? Do you guys want to do one of each other? Like
I got one real quick before we head to the halftime. Have you guys ever met a celebrity?
Well, it depends on what you call a celebrity.
Bumped elbows with Christy Alley.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? You just said that.
Not everybody has.
Nothing comes to mind. I mean, I stood in front of Pete Rose, but
You've met more a celebrity than we have.
We weren't really.
How many? Go.
Probably met, like talked to like 5 or 6, but like saw in person for quite a while because they were in the restaurant I was working in.
Biggest one you ever starstruck by? Just being in their presence.
I mean,
talk to or not.
Jerry Seinfeld, didn't you say Jerry Seinfeld would come in?
No, I waited on his wife.
Oh, wife.
Ryan waited on his wife. No, I saw George Lucas. These are people I didn't meet. I saw George Lucas. I saw Michael J. Fox. I saw Louis Black. I saw Pantera. I saw
Orlando.
Oh God, who else?
I
saw
Wanda
Wayne
Sykes.
Brady. Well, these are people I saw
At that restaurant.
Yeah, at that restaurant. And then people I actually met. I met Brian Johnson from AC/DC, singer from AC/DC, and talked to him for a while. I talked to Wanda Sykes for a while. I talked to the Go-Go's, or at least I waited on the Go-Go's, so I mean, I conversed with them. And let's see who else.
Aaron
Carter, Nick Carter's little brother.
The Calkins.
I waited on him, and I made my signature steak sauce for him. Lou Pearlman, who started the Backstreet Boys and got Britney Spears' career off the ground. Used to wait on him a lot. So that was insane. You know, met a lot of people and saw a lot of people that otherwise. Wayne Brady, best story out of all of them. Most interaction I definitely had with any of them. It was late. It was one of the last few tables to come in before we close. Wanda Sykes comes in. She was in town, doing a comedy show. This is Orlando Universal Studios area, and like literally on property. I'm working at this restaurant. Wanda Sykes comes in. For those of you not familiar, Wanda Sykes, hilarious comedian, small, teeny tiny little older black lady, just hilarious. She's been in episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. She's been in all sorts of shit.
She was just on Jimmy Kimmel last week.
I mean, yeah, she's amazing. She's just been in all sorts of shit. She comes in, she's got her little black leather jacket on. She sits down, and it like I said, it's probably about half hour, maybe an hour before we close. So she comes in late. She's one of the last tables there, and no one's around her. And I've been the SA for the table the whole night, so I've been dealing with her and, getting her whatever else she needs. And she goes, Jamie, that meal was just great. I want to meet the chef. And so I go, okay, all right, I'll go get the chef. And main chef had left at that point of the night, but the sous chef was there. And he's wearing like a big sweatshirt. He's this big, tall, skinny dude. Big, huge, tall, skinny dude. He's wearing a sweatshirt that's got all sorts of stains on it. The black and white striped kitchen pants, you know what I'm talking about? They have all the stains on it. His shoes are covered in flour. The dude just looks like total shit. He's got a scraggly like beard. He's he's a back of the house guy. He doesn't have to worry about that shit. He comes out and I bring him out. I goes, Wanda Sykes is at that table. She wants to meet you. He goes, oh shit. So he takes off his apron. He puts the apron down. And I bring him out, and she goes, Jamie, I asked you to get me the chef, not the motherfucking dishwasher. And I was just like, damn, dude.
Did she really say that?
Wanda Sykes just cut a joke, an original joke right here in front of me,
That's
using
tight
my
as
name
hell.
in the joke itself.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Yeah, dude.
That shit was
funny.
pretty dope. Yeah, so
That's
yeah,
funny.
that was my. And then even though I didn't actually get to talk to him,
So
I mean,
was he offended?
no, he just laughed.
Everyone probably just
everybody
laughed their
laughed.
fucking
Yeah.
ass off.
But no, it wasn't like anybody else was really around. It was just me and Chef and her, and then there was no tables anywhere nearby, and there was only maybe
was
2
funny.
tables in
That
the
would
room.
be
So
funny.
it was a very like personal atmosphere. But the other one I remember that I
probably remembered
I
that
didn't
shit.
personally talk to him, but I remember George Lucas was sitting in the booth with his wife and oldest daughter and somebody else, and it was a 4-person booth. And I remember just like glancing over. It wasn't one of my tables.
That's
so
crazy,
I wasn't
dude.
allowed to like go bother him, but I remember like kind of keeping an eye on him while he was there. And I remember at one point his oldest daughter just like mimics like I hear him kind of grunting, and I turn around because it sounds like someone's like having a heart attack or something. I turn around real quick, and his oldest daughter is pretending to like rip something out of his chest, and he's going right with it, and he's like bah, blah, and his hands are flailing, and he's like doing this for whatever.
How old was his daughter?
For whatever. She was like, late 20s, maybe early 30s.
wow.
Like she was old, older, but
Messing
she
with
was
him.
just messing with him, and he was going with it, and they were just like acting out a little bit. And he was kind of gurgling and loud enough for me to like turn around and like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, this nerd right here, this, George Lucas, obviously Star Wars, like that's the guy.
so crazy.
So I was like,
I don't know what he looks like though.
I was like, but they're just kind of like,
He looks
he's
like-
just a nerd. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he doesn't look like a superstar.
Yeah,
I mean, he
yeah.
looks like your average neighbor.
like Steve
I mean,
Wozniak's,
yeah.
like those types of people. Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was pretty endearing. That I was like, oh, at least he's keeping true to the actual shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, saw Michael J. Fox. He didn't look that great. He had it looked like he didn't have a whole lot of hair, and he had an American flag bandana tied around his head, wrapped and tied in the back. Lewis Black, I could just hear him. He was in a private dining room. He was just screaming his ass off the entire time.
have on those menu?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was
I
that
bet.
was,
They
got the biggest lobster.
that was a lot of fun too. Exactly. Well, guys, hey, They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. We got to take a little halftime break. You guys have been so good with us, and we have way more show coming up for you, so don't go anywhere. Ryan, what do you say?
I can't wait to come back and see
All
you
right.
I
guys.
can't
Mike,
wait to
yeah.
guess that business.
All right, let's
none
do
of my
it.
business, none of your business.
We'll be back, guys. Well, hey guys, They Call Us the Breeze. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. Yeah, we're back, dudes. We're back.
We're back.
Just got done throwing a little bit of darts, talking a little bit about the show. Got plenty more show left for you. Sorry we dragged a little bit late in that last segment, but that's just what happens around here in the Tiger Cage every once in a while. That's right. Every
the jungle of
every
St.
Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube page so that you get everything that Tiger Cage Media comes out with, like the new videos that we're about to pop off. Like I said, you're gonna have a new one. Make sure you check that out. It's going to be called Bite Size Breeze. That's what you're looking for. That's the one that's going to drop this weekend.
I like the bite size.
Probably the day or two before you check out the show. So yeah, guys.
Yeah.
I watched a little
back.
bit that earlier thing. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So every once in a while,
It's coming,
Ryan does this fun little segment. I like doing it because I'm never in the hot seat. Like I say, you guys have the celebrity birthdays. We do the Brillionaire with Dad. We do all sorts of things with you guys.
I like it too. I mean, you never know what you're going to learn.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're going to learn on this show.
So Ryan's little segment, Guess That Business. We're gonna try to figure out what business he's talking about with some clues that he's gonna give us, and we're allowed to ask some questions. If it pertains to
I think it's going to be more of a. I want you guys to open up and ask a little bit more questions.
All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna nail this shit, Dad. What do you say?
I think you'd learn a lot if you watch this show. You might even learn some bad habits.
All right.
That's
Let's
right.
do it.
That's
Guess That
right.
Business. Here we go.
What business are you in?
It's none of your business.
Business ethics.
That's none of your damn business, and I'll thank you to stay out of my personal affairs.
And now here's Ryan with Guess That Business.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to get right into it, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna keep my finger on the correct button.
This business was founded 1998.
98. Okay.
38.
1998.
1998. Ryan's a little under the weather right now. If you can't tell.
So if you can hear a little, and I've been blowing my nose, man. It's just it's not good. 7 founders. The most notable founders: 1, Peter Thiel, who also backed Facebook, also backed Tesla, and then there's also Elon Musk.
Okay.
Obviously, if you
two of the 7.
Tesla, yeah, Elon Musk is one of the 7 founders back in 1998.
SpaceX.
No, that's
And obviously
that's a 0.
not
That's a
Tesla.
0.
All right. Does it have to do with the entertainment business?
Peter Thiel. Is this family name
Not
go
necessarily.
Back to
That's
Steele?
why I kind of went back. Industry is fintech, financial technology.
The industry is financial technology. That's the clue. Okay. Industry is financial
So
technology.
it's software probably, right? Or IT.
I'm guessing it's probably one of those apps that like build your wealth for you. And I don't know a whole lot of those by name. But I'm thinking something like that. Financial investing, perhaps.
What'd you say? Financial what?
Financial technology. So it literally any way that you can do payment to payment, any way that you
PayPal.
can
PayPal, that could be it. That could definitely be it because it's like 98. Well, PayPal might have started earlier than that.
No. I bet.
That's exactly it. It's PayPal. I got to get something better, but yeah, eBay acquired the company in 2003. It's exactly PayPal. As soon as I mentioned payment to payment, you heard PayPal.
All right, well that one's on you, bud.
Well, financial. What was it? Financial what?
Fintech. Financial.
Any other fun
technology? So
yeah.
So yeah, you got to financial technology. It's got to be a way. Well, what popped in my mind? Payment to payment. I wasn't really when I asked you again. I was thinking, how do you transfer funds, technology wise? I mean, we don't need.
Yeah.
We're not talking J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs. They
No,
already have that technology, and it's been going on forever.
Yeah.
So what is us as human beings? Just the regular.
How can I give you virtual money?
How can I pay you for things that I want to buy?
Yeah. Well, now we have like
Venmo,
which is such a
PayPal.
sweet that's
got to be PayPal
amazing.
because 1998. That's some time ago.
And you know what? Elon Musk
And that was
behind
technology.
it.
That was one of the first payment technology things, right?
I did not know that, man.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I did not know
eBay and
that.
everybody. I mean,
I did not know
right?
Elon was a part of that.
For
I
sure,
would
man.
not
He
have
was
guessed.
like one of the original
So how much
founders,
did he
man.
make off of that? Do you have any idea?
He sold it. I think they sold it to eBay in 2003 for like I don't know, like 500, 600 million or something like that. Nothing
That much?
big. I mean, nothing big.
Well, that ain't small.
And then he
Back
took
then.
and then he took a
Certainly
lot
is
of
not.
that money from PayPal, and then he found this little company called Tesla that they were doing some prototypes that he
Fortunately for him.
said, "Oh my gosh, I like this.
So that's how he started out.
I'll put a little bit of seed money in this, and this will be the next 20 years of my life."
I have $500 million worth
Any
of
other
seed money.
any other mind blowing facts you were going to drop on us during that segment?
I know, not
That's
really
pretty
after
good.
that.
That's
but,
pretty good.
I mean,
That's
So I
interesting.
guess Dad finished just in time.
that was a quick finish. That was a quick sweep.
That was interesting. Well, about the Elon Musk part,
Yeah.
especially.
Did not know that. Yeah.
No, PayPal.
Well,
I want to do like a figure it out, like the game show Figure It Out, where it's like
well,
I
that's
put
kind of what
clues
we're
out.
doing, but you just have to like pace yourself, bud. Sometimes you give it away a little too early.
That's true.
Yeah,
Well,
if
that
you listen
guy-
back,
well,
listeners,
when you said payment and you said you thought you gave it away, I wasn't. It
No.
didn't give it away. I was just connecting how.
you're just so fucking smart, Mike. So you just
No.
figured
When
it
I
out.
said ask
all right,
again,
Wayne, the brain.
how do you move money? And I'm
equation.
thinking, what
Doing
happened
equations in
20?
his head.
No, what happened 20-something years
My
ago?
grandma and
How
my
you move
grandma.
money, and it's like, oh yeah, PayPal just is like Google everything. That was the first money thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Well,
then
you know-
eBay bought them. Yeah.
Yeah, eBay.
But now we have Venmo, we have Cash App, we have all that stuff, and that's
So
that's-
Venmo's like PayPal.
yeah, I've
They
Venmoed.
move money from their account to your account,
Yeah,
right? Or whatever.
Exactly.
basically.
You don't need the banks
And
anymore.
some banks you can do it if I have the bank that I bank at.
Now, does Venmo still take a percentage
But then some of those apps
of
now,
transactions?
Yes.
some of those apps like,
And that's basically what PayPal does. Or I mean, PayPal. PayPal takes like 10% of the transaction on eBay, right, or
Zinxoids.
something.
Yeah, well, and then some of those apps now, like if they'll
Got to keep the lights on somehow.
keep certain percentage if you keep the money with them, like an account, so yeah, completely wiping out the.
Well, anyway,
the
Ryan,
big banks.
great job with Guess That Business.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a good
Bad,
one.
Valiant effort. Keeping with the celebrity theme this evening, segment 3 here on They Call Us the Breeze. I've been wanting to talk about it for a little bit. I came across a pretty cool article about John Candy a few weeks ago, and now that it's celebrity episode, I figured it was probably an appropriate time to talk about it. It was just a cool article. It talked about all sorts of celebrities that knew him. I mean, obviously, when you think of John Candy, you can probably imagine the dude was a pretty lovable guy.
Yeah, but he can't water ski worth a shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, well.
He can make a big ass pancake.
Not
though.
when there's Dan Aykroyd behind the wheel.
He can make one of the biggest pancakes I have ever seen. He can also go on roller coasters. He might hurl a little bit, but he can ride roller coasters.
He might even drop your nieces or nephews off at the school.
That's right, and his car may backfire pretty hard. Yeah, I mean, John Candy, what a fucking legend.
Poor automobile
I came
parts
across this
salesman.
article, and it confirmed everything I always thought to be about John Candy. A lot of different stars were talking about him, like Eugene Levy and people like that. The first one I came across, and people talking about John Candy was Martin Short, and he was talking about how when they first got started, they used to go out to restaurants and diners and shit and try to eat. They were basically broke, but they were making a little bit of money.
Was that before he was in that polka band?
Polka.
Yeah.
That was all improvised, by the way. Yeah, there's plenty of things on this list that I knew already, but there were some things that I did not know. So, those are the ones I'm sharing with you. But yeah, aside from polka.
Oh, Dad, are you tearing up right now?
Well, that's funny. I'm
Dad
picturing him in the
teared
back
up
of
for
that
John
cargo
Candy.
truck.
Anyways, keep going.
Oh, I'm trying to make Dad cry. All right, here we go. We're trying to make Dad cry.
I'm just thinking.
So,
I
yeah.
can see him in the back of the cargo truck with Home Alone's mom.
Yeah.
Well, he's Martin Short talks about him. You remember Martin Short?
Oh, that was hilarious.
Martin Short.
Three Amigos, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, little Martin Short, and he says that they were at a restaurant, one night, and he was on his way home, separate from John, and he thought to himself, he goes, "Wait, John just picked up the tab again." He said he was always picking up tabs, even though they were basically both broke. They both worked on the same gig together. They were both getting the same amount of money, and John always picked up the tab. And he's like, "Why does he always keep picking up the tab?" I mean, even when he had nothing, and that was Martin Short's biggest way of just saying this was the real dude, and I can only imagine.
Yeah, I'll go into depth.
Speaking of Three Amigos, could you imagine seeing Steve Martin walk up Short to you on a horse,
Chase.
and try to intimidate you in a damn, Mexican sombrero?
Oh yeah.
Sir, you just don't look that scary to me.
So I read
That
another
stupid
story
grin.
about Bill Pullman, right, when they were in Spaceballs together. You ever see Spaceballs, Dad? Mel Brooks, Spaceballs, the Star Trek or Star Wars.
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
I know the name, but
yeah.
I don't know
Bill
that I have.
Pullman played like the sort of Han Solo character.
I don't think so.
You had Rick Moranis playing Dark Helmet, which was Darth Vader, basically, and he was just real small. Remember Rick Moranis?
Oh, yeah.
So
He
he played Darth
Uh-huh.
Vader. Well, John Candy played Barf, which was Chewbacca, basically. It was this big dog, and it had his tail that wagged
he
around,
did.
but he wore like a mechanic's outfit, but he still was dressing like, I'll show you a picture later, like straight fur everywhere. Unless you knew it was John. I mean, it looks like John Candy, but it's
he
a
has
good
like
makeup
a
job.
little.
Yeah, so Barf was the
His eyes
Chewbacca
will give
thing.
it all away.
Mel Brooks did the movie, and Mel was giving all the funny lines to Barf, understandably so.
He was in it, right? Mel Brooks was in it, right?
He's always
yeah,
in
yeah.
every
He was like
movie.
the commander
He does
or
a
something?
cameo, if
Yeah.
not
Oh yeah,
anything
he
else.
always does. But so he Candy realized, he's like, dude, all the fucking funny lines are just going to Barf. So he spoke up on Pullman's behalf, and he's like, "Hey Mel, can we try one where Pullman does this one?" And Mel was like, "Pullman, this one, Pullman, this one." no fucking way. But, he went for it. He let him do it. And
Mel Brooks.
after a little bit of silence from Mel Brooks, he goes, all right, we're cutting the line. Go back to square one. So totally shut it down. But at least John Candy
wanted to have
and then
his boy
Pullman was, chilling out. And he's like, I remember, he's like, I was real fucking down. And I was like wanting to rip Mel's face off. And I was just sitting kind of quiet. And Candy comes up to me, puts his arm around me, leans in. He goes, hey, Pullman, how about another donut? Oh, come on. Don't let me see you looking all red out there. And don't get blue on me later either. And that's all he said. And he was just like,
You
all
said
right.
that to Mel Brooks?
No, to Bill Pullman after
Oh.
Mel shut his joke down, so.
And he's like, that's when he probably learned about show business. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
all right, here we go, baby.
He's like, Candy had my back, and now I know to be a leader and try my best to, and, God rest his soul, too. Pullman's out of the game. He's been out of the game for a
Dang,
little while.
man.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks,
Did you know he also owned 2 horses?
who? Candy?
John Candy.
No, but
Yeah, he had a farm.
oh, where at? What state?
He had a farm.
Or thoroughbreds or just horses?
Queensville. I don't know what state, but Queensville.
And it was thoroughbreds or just 2
He had
horses?
4 Clydesdales.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he had 4 Clydesdale. He had Peaches, Cream.
Well, he probably had like one of those buggies, and he needed 4 of them to pull his ass into the cart.
He had Peaches. He had
He
Cream.
wasn't the lightest guy,
He had Uncle Buck,
Uncle Butt. Yeah.
obviously Buck, and then Harry Crumb was the other one. And the
like
daughter,
those
the
names.
daughter,
Clydesdales.
the daughter
those.
Jen recalls. She's like, yeah, my mom was like allergic to cats and dogs, but he would always go to like
I'll
animal shelters
bet
and
you-
always rescue cats and dogs and bring them home. And
I'll bet you that he had them that they were trained to carry a wagon or pull a wagon.
4 Clydesdales. Yeah, what else are you gonna do with 4
Well,
Clydesdales?
Yeah.
Tow beer.
Well, yeah, I mean, but then you need to have a Dalmatian on it as well. That's the only way that you can tow beer with it.
Yeah.
Clydesdales.
We'll have to come up with that.
Or
yeah.
Clydesdales.
Ron Howard directed Splash. Remember? Tom Hanks. What was the chick's name? Daryl Hannah. Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And John Candy was in that movie, of course.
He was?
Yeah. Small role, but Ron Howard directed it. Remember Ron?
Oh, he's direct. Yeah, he's direct.
So
Opie's directed everything, man.
Opie and Richie Cunningham on Happy Days, Ron Howard. But he says he remembers this day, and this is a good story. He's like, I remember a day on Splash. I'm going to try to do my best. So I totally remember a day on Splash. John, totally professional guy, but he's late one day. He finally pulls up and he rolls out of the car and he says, Ron, I'm so sorry. And I said, it's okay, you're late, but we'll get going. He said, no, look, I'm drunk. Here's what happened. I'm telling you the truth, Ron. I'm at a bar, and Jack Nicholson is at the bar. This is John Candy telling Ron Howard.
Oh.
So he goes, look, it's okay, man.
Set.
I understand you're late, and it's okay. We're going to get rolling. He goes, no, you don't understand. I ran into John Nicholson at the bar. Jack Nicholson at the bar. And he says, Nicholson knew my name, Ron. He knew my first name, Ron. He started offering drinks to me. He's like, I never went to sleep, Ron. I never went to sleep. He's like,
Because Jack Nicholson.
But I've snorted plenty of cocaine.
So he
I'm
tried
awake and showing up.
He tried to tell. It says that he tried to Ron. Candy tried to say, he goes, I told him no. I said, I got to go shoot. And he looked right at me. He says, it's going to be fine, kid. Don't worry about it. And then we proceeded to drink all night. And he's like, I didn't go to sleep, Ron. I didn't go to sleep.
So that's one of those things where, like, even though, like, John Candy is just in awe of people, like...
Well, Jack Nicholson had done The Shining, and he was probably like, fuck, dude.
Even then, so, like,
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
What's his face? A line.
Well, by the time John Candy did Splash, he was
so,
a
like,
name.
John Candy, I feel like, was enamored by people.
Yeah.
Like, he absolutely... It didn't matter if you were the executive at Paramount or a busser at a diner that he used to go to. I bet he probably had better conversations with
he probably remembered everybody.
waiter versus an executive. You know, like, I bet he was one of those dudes that's like Uncle Bill. Like,
Last one I have for you. Last one I have for you. John Hughes.
Probably like, hey,
John Hughes, director.
you want another drink, JC?
John Hughes, director of Uncle Buck. John Hughes directed Uncle Buck. He also directed
Breakfast
Planes,
Club.
Trains, and Automobiles. Remember Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Did he do the
Yep.
one with the kids that skipped
Breakfast
school?
Club.
Yeah, and he did not skip school, but go to Saturday school. He also did Home Alone.
Home Alone.
But he did Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin. Remember that one where they're traveling salesmen and they have to,
He didn't do the one where the kids skipped out all day at school and they crashed the car
No,
and
not
stuff?
Ferris
No,
Bueller.
Ferris Bueller.
Oh, no, he did.
No,
he
he did.
produced it.
Yeah,
he helped produce
Yeah,
it.
he wasn't the main guy in charge. But either way, so the last one I have for you before we take a break was Gotta Go. John Hughes, director. He directed, like I said, Uncle Buck with John Candy, and then he directed Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with John Candy and Steve Martin. You know, when they're driving, most of the movie, I know, Ryan, you've seen this. Dad's definitely seen it. It's a classic. They're driving that shitty car that doesn't
In
have the
what
roof.
movie?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. After the car is basically like totaled, and the roof is off of it, and it's just that it's snowing on them, and you know, you can imagine. You remember John Candy, Steve Martin. They're in this fucking beat down car because they've gotten into with this accident and that accident. They lost the roof of it. They're getting snowed on. When they were shooting that, they were actually out in the elements, and it was negative 10 degrees.
Oh, really?
And every time one of them would ad lib, they'd have to reshoot that line, but they'd have to shoot it from like the 8 to 10 different angles that they were shooting every single line in. So if it was funny, they'd be like, which of course it was between the two of them assholes. Every
In
time
the
someone
bitter
said
cold.
something, they had to stop, reform, go shoot the same line over and over and over again. They could have just stuck to the script, gotten it all done, but they just kept adding shit.
Yeah,
and
but
adding.
those guys, those guys
when
from
you're-
Saturday Night Live have a lot of liberty because they were very funny.
But the two of them, because it was negative 10 degrees, the two of them decided right there together, Steve Martin and John Candy, while sitting in that car, while getting actually snowed on, they literally looked at each other like, all right, no more ad-libbing. Let's go. Let's just finish it up because we're going to freeze to
Because
death.
if you're a director or producer of a movie like that, and you're asking those kind of guys to be in your movie, a comedy,
Yeah, you
Eddie
better be
Murphy,
prepared.
Bill
Yeah.
Murray,
Yeah.
Steve Martin, John Candy, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, keep going and going.
Well,
few
that
more.
was my
It's
report.
like, you let them go.
That was my
Because
report.
you never know.
That was my report on John Candy. Thank
was
you
really
guys
good,
That
so
was
much.
Jerry.
good. That was good.
All right,
That was really
guys.
good.
They call us the Breeze. We got one last segment for you. We do have the mailbag for Ask the Breeze coming up, so don't go anywhere. Ryan, what do you say?
We'll be right back.
Hey,
It don't matter. None of this matters.
it don't. None of it matters.
All right.
Now get your uniform on and get on the field.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye. Well, hey guys, welcome back.
Buongiorno.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back. It's episode 37 of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. God, we've been talking about celebrities all night. It ain't going to stop anytime soon.
No,
Like
no.
I said, we have a mailbag this evening. We tried something new last week. We had some listeners submitted questions, but unlike normal, these were actual voicemails. Well, we got some celebrities to leave us
Really?
some celebrities
it.
left us some voicemails tonight to ask us some personal questions. So we're going to get into that. But before we do, a little segment I like to call Did You Know That? And of course, keeping with the celebrity theme, we're going to go with some weird ass celebrity facts you might not know for tonight's Did You Know That? So Ryan, did you know that?
I did not know that.
I did not know that. All right, let's do it.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Can you believe it?
Russell, did you realize that?
No, I did not realize that.
And I learned something today.
That's right, guys. It is weird ass celebrity facts. Like I said, we're keeping with the celebrity theme tonight. You know, the Oscars were last weekend. We talked about all sorts of shit in case you're just tuning in. So make sure you go back and listen to everything. But yeah. We're not stopping the cart here. We're going to keep on rolling in through the end to the
Absolutely.
finish line, get our
Absolutely.
chicken in our bellies, go watch some Jackass Forever.
You got to 100,
Yes,
right?
yep.
So we have to
I
figure
got
out.
to 100.
You got choice
Well, no.
of dinner next week.
All right. Yes,
Tonight's the
yes,
dinner.
true. Okay, so guys, did you know that? Weird celebrity facts. Did you guys know that Taylor Swift has an actual large framed photograph of Kanye West interrupting her on stage at the Grammys.
Like,
or not the
they're
Grammys,
done.
at the
Like-
it was, I'm sorry, the MTV Video Music Awards.
Right.
So you have you ever heard this story, Dad? So
No, and I've never met Taylor Swift or been to her house, so I don't
she's from Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Is she?
Yep.
Oh, she lives up there?
Yep.
So
Yep.
is she on the lake?
Well, no, she was born there. I don't know if she lives up there.
Oh, whoa,
She's
whoa,
way
whoa.
down
Yeah.
around down there.
Well, I'm sure she's still around
She
there.
grew up in Hendersonville. Probably in Franklin
She just-
now.
Oh, is that where all the money's
That's
at?
where all the stars are.
You know,
But yeah.
you
So
know,
Do they have a
little
lake
Skrilla.
there?
So
You need a
to
little
spin
Skrilla.
things back for people who don't know the story, especially Dad, in the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards, she won one of the best female performance for videos, and Kanye West, a rapper, ran up on stage, interrupted her, accepted
I remember
speech,
that.
and said Beyonce should have won, and blah blah blah, and
Exactly,
did all
yeah.
this. So she has a framed.
I remember that.
So she has a framed, large picture framed of that moment, and there's a little caption that just says, "Life is full of little interruptions," and it's hanging on her wall. In her, rightfully so. That's a fucking
I mean, that
badass
is kind
move,
of like
dude.
And that was out of line. I mean,
yeah. But I think that's pretty great. She has that.
could have been
that-
drug
that-
infused or something.
Well, I mean, it's all Hollywood anyways, right? So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
why not make fun of it and just like put it on your wall and whatever.
Yeah.
Make a, I mean,
fun
you're the
little
bigger.
caption.
or he's
yeah,
been
I'm
married
good.
to everybody, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
Surprised he didn't try to slap her. You never know. Kanye is a loose cannon.
Kanye is
Anyway,
a loose
speaking of
cannon.
eating mushrooms, we talked about eating mushrooms earlier in the show.
We have.
How was your trip last week, Dad?
Nicolas Cage has eaten mushrooms with his cat.
Oh, wow.
So Nick Cage, you know Nick Cage. Come
Would
on.
you? Hang on.
All right.
Would
First off,
Well,
Would
what
you?
kind of kept I mean, we eat mushrooms on pizza and stuff like that all the
magic
time.
mushrooms.
I don't think we're talking about it.
So
Would-
I would, but only under these circumstances because
Okay.
you do
I
not
wanna
give
hear
cat,
'em.
you
I
do
wanna hear
not
'em.
give animals drugs. You don't blow weed. You don't do any of that dumb
No, no,
stuff.
no.
Keep the animals away from drugs. Keep the drugs out of reach from children and your fur babies and everything like that. But Nick Cage, you know how Benny loves to jump into the fridge. Well, Nick Cage had a bag of magic mushrooms in the back of his refrigerator, and his fucking cat Lewis
Jumped in there like
jumped
Benny
in
does.
there, jumped into the fridge, and got into the bag of mushrooms. And he said he ate them voraciously. That's a word that I don't even use. Voraciously.
Yeah, it started like yes.
He said it was like catnip to the cat. The cat just started eating the shit out of him, and he said, "What the heck? I'd better do it with him." So he popped some mushrooms, and he said,
That cat didn't know whether he was getting full
If he's
or he
going-
just needed a nap.
Hey, if my cat's
I might
full
be full
send,
and I need
I'm
a
gonna
nap,
full
or
send this
maybe I'm
bitch
just-
out of this.
No, that's a good cat dad though, because like if you're like, all right, you shouldn't have got into the mushrooms, but
May I ask you a question?
I'm not
Rams?
going to let you trip alone.
At what bite does that cat?
I don't know.
What bite did that cat stop at? Like after
I
like the
have
12th?
no idea.
Would you ever do
Tired
mushrooms?
or had enough?
Would you ever do mushrooms like in front of Benny? Also,
in front of
how
Benny.
crazy would Benny appear in
So,
front of you
Nick
on
Cage,
mushrooms?
Nick Cage, he says when they did it, all that happened, he says, I remember lying in my bed for hours, and Lewis was on the desk across the room from the bed, and we just stared at each other for hours.
Oh, I see that scenario happening.
Nobody moved a muscle, and Nick
You feeling it too?
Nick Cage himself.
Benny.
Nick Cage himself.
I'm tired. I'm good right here on
Anyway.
the top of the shelf.
Nick Cage himself says, I had no doubt he was my brother in that moment. So, that's what happens when you eat mushrooms with your cat.
Perfect.
James Lipton.
Yes.
Inside the actor's studio. You know the guy, bald, kind of has the tiny glasses, James Lipton, inside the actor's studio. Ryan.
I am James Lipton.
Yeah,
and
he interviews
if I had
a
to think of a
bunch of
word
actors.
for it, it would be.
He was a pimp when he lived in Paris in the 1950s.
I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah.
I could
He was
see
a
it.
pimp.
Wow.
Now, to his defense, I guess, if you want to say, he explains that after World War II in Paris, pimps basically were like scout agents or talent agents, basically, for them. They didn't exploit the hookers. They were
okay.
basically more like a talent agent. They just took a small percentage and they just booked them gigs. So he's like, it wasn't the biggest thing, but he says, I was going through my rites of passage, and I I love my life. It was a great year of my life. So he has no fucking regrets about that. But yeah, he was a motherfucking
It's an interesting concept, right? It's basically saying like, I stumbled upon Remy, and I think that he could be better, and I could make him into a star.
Into a star, yes.
I'm still lost at the fact that back to Benny laying on a bookshelf and you laying in your bed.
Well, let's move past it.
We'll do mushroom soup.
And it's like, can you get me some water?
Could you
get me a beer?
I'll get your fix, junkie.
I'm
All right,
cool
well,
here.
speaking of Chris Walken, it was his birthday today. Chris Walken, he was a lion tamer. Did you guys know that? Did you know that? Anybody?
No,
Ryan,
I did not know that.
It's a good thing he got out of that business. He talks too slow.
So he only did it. There was rumors that he ran away and joined the circus, but he says he only did it for basically one summer. It was a summer job. He said he found the ad in the newspaper. He went and he's like, who wouldn't want to fucking be a lion tamer? You know what I mean? Lion tamer. He's like, yeah, I'll go do that.
Go into the voice as he's talking to a lion. So why you like...
so he worked with, he says...
Growl at me, I growl at you back.
Exactly. You could see him at the zoo, it's like...
I'm going to growl with you. Yeah. It's good. Yeah. He says he worked with a lion named Sheba.
You could make a movie out of that.
He slap me, I slap you.
Ryan, see if you can do that. I got the quote right here. This was the quote.
I would come into the stay in the cage and wave my whip, and she'd lazily get up and sit like a dog, and maybe give a little roar, like a cat's a lot.
Yeah, so he says that when he literally go in, he'd wave his whip, and Sheba would kind of get up and kind of sit like a dog, and maybe she'd give out a little roar. And he goes, "I like cats a lot. I've always liked cats. They're great company." That's all he had to say about his summer as a lion tamer. That badass.
Just a quick little quote in their yearbook.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, guys, that was my did you know that weird celebrity facts, man. I did not know a lot of those things, so yeah.
Yeah, I like that. A lot.
He's funny. He is funny.
All right. Well, before we crash this episode into the fucking side of the mountain,
woo,
I think
he did the car about a month ago.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's time to get into the mailbag. What do you guys say? You want to get in the mailbag a little bit?
Let's open it up.
All right, let's open it up. All right. Okay. So, like I said, we've got some celebrities. They didn't exactly.
USPS been slow lately.
They didn't exactly tell us who they were, but I think I've pretty much figured them out. So this first one is it's actually directed towards Ryan.
Okay.
Hello, you breeze. It's Chris, your friend Chris.
Oh, so it's Chris Walken again. Okay.
All right.
Would you ever consider opening your own bar?
Okay, that's a very good. All right, so that sounded like Chris Walken to me. And
that is Chris Walken.
He wants to know.
Thank you for the question. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, because I
could help you with this.
I went back, since I've been back in hospitality, I really have been I really want to do something. So yeah, let's do a bar.
All right. What would the bar be called, do you think?
Place Your Bets.
Place Your Bets.
It's going to be called Place Your Bets.
Dad's just going to go The Breeze.
No, I like the idea, but I don't know how law statutes, would be able to.
Well, then you'd have to make sure it was an open.
What was that old 60s?
You'd have to make sure it was an open concept.
Open concept. I mean, maybe 6, 7 food items, but that's probably it. Little bit of finger foods, but then we have taps. I don't know. What do you think a bar would be good?
I don't know. What do I think a bar would be good? Well, I don't know what I think.
I think a bar needs to be a bar. I think a bar needs to be where you
the goddamn wheels are falling off.
It's a sandwich shop, and
all right. Well, Chris,
sandwiches and fries and beers and drinks. And
I hope you got your answer, Chris. We're gonna do it. We're gonna open a fucking bar. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna open a bar.
All right.
Because apparently we can't open a chicken establishment now.
Oh, easy for you to say. All right. Next question we have up here. All right. Who is it?
Hey, boys. It's Barry O here.
Oh.
Sounds like bro.
Trying to know, Remy?
Could.
Are you an ass man? Or are you a tits man?
Okay.
Let me know. Love the show, fellas.
That sounds like Barry O to me.
Sounds like.
I think that's Barack Obama right there. All right, he wants to know if I'm a tits man or an ass man. Well, Barry O.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, my flavor changes with the woman.
Interesting question.
Like it's either
What do you mean?
or. Like,
How do you mean?
It depends on the girl. Like, I mean, one I've been with has good set. You know, one I've been with has a good bottom. The next one I've been with has a good set. You know, I can't really say that I go for one in particular. But let's just say whenever I am with one, whatever her best assets are.
Now there you go. You were right in there. I was seeing him, but
yeah. So I would just have to say it's situational. It's definitely situational. Yeah, that's my answer.
You got that?
Hey, that's
that
a very
that sounded just like him.
That's
all right,
a political answer there, Remy. That's a very political answer.
I'm trying to keep things PC around
I know
here. All right, we have got to get the fuck out of here. But before we go, we have one last question in the mailbag. This one is for Dad. We had to have one for Dad, and oh God, this guy appears to be calling from the grave. Who is it?
Probably California. Well, I got a question for you, Mike. Well, what's your favorite gun to shoot, Pilgrim?
Oh, is that the great John Wayne, dude? Is that the great John Wayne?
Well, yeah, you know he's been dead for quite a while, so it sounds pretty bad. But
all right, well,
you want to answer his question?
Oh, what's your favorite gun to shoot, old man?
Actually,
Pilgrim.
A revolver and a lever action rifle.
All right, well, you
22 caliber.
So you got to have one rifle and one revolver on you at all times.
Although Mom has a Walther P22 semi-automatic pistol with two.
Now, do you like the way that one shoots better?
I like that. That's
the question.
Too.
I mean, what's your favorite one to shoot?
Lever action rifle, but that Walther's fun too.
All right,
but I'm a revolver guy too, so I like Mom's gun. I never thought I would.
I'm a revolver guy too. That's my favorite Beatles record. Yep, revolver, absolutely. So I'm a revolver guy too.
What do we think about laser tag?
Can we get on some laser tag? Oh yeah.
You can't do the cheese, whatever they call it. The challenge.
They call us the cheese challenge?
No. The challenge where they're shooting the paintballs at people. The Twitter challenge.
Oh, those little Chibleys or whatever the hell they're called. I don't fucking know. Whatever they're called.
It's called cheese something.
Well, guys, hey, we did it. We cut through a huge celebrity episode. I'm proud of you guys, man. Round of applause for you boys. Guys, this was episode 37 of They Call Us the Breeze. It's time to go mow down some food.
Apparently, I'm going to be on the Bucks,
Yeah, we'll see you on the Bucks thing, And Ryan, what do you say, bud?
I'll catch you on the flip side.
I think
Later, guys.
All right, good night, everybody. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.